Hello and welcome. Red, the strongest trainer in Pokemon Crystal, is also no pushover in the ROM hack Pokemon Pyrite. He owns some of the best Pokemon in this generation, including all 3 legendary birds, Snorlax, Mew and Lapras. His lead Pokemon is Articuno, which is actually easily taken out by an electric or fire type. Its special defense is pretty high, so it will most likely survive a flamethrower or thunderbolt from any Pokemon. Articuno can also set up a Reflect, which is really bad if Red decides to send out a Snorlax as the next Pokemon. I should maybe mention why I don't use a rock type here, and that's because all 3 of Red's legendary birds have hidden power grass, which one-shots any rock ground type. The only rock type that's a good counter is Aerodactyl, who will always outspeed the birds and likely one-shot Articuno and Moltres with Rock Slide. You can find one at level 85 in the same room where Red is, but I didn't feel like training one to make my life easier. The Snorlax is pretty difficult to take down with Reflect Up. The best fighting type move in my opinion is Cross Chop, which will miss a lot, but I got really lucky with all my hits. It also has a high chance to land as a critical hit, and Snorlax cannot survive that. Critical hits ignore any stat boosts and any active screens on the opponent, so the curse that Snorlax uses and the Reflect get bypassed in that case. I guess Dynamic Punch is also a good move to use against it, but I really dislike the accuracy on it. Next up is Zapdos, who doesn't have any move to use against the electric types. My Jolteon can tank his Thunderbolts just fine, however the Thunder Wave is a little annoying and it only wastes my time. I guess a Magneton or Ampharos will do a better job against Zapdos since they have way more bulk than Jolteon. A Nidoking will only have to tank the hits from Drill Peck and it can't get paralyzed, so he's also a nice counter with Ice Beam. My normal way of handling Zapdos would be to use Quagsire, but as I mentioned earlier, it knows Hidden Power Grass. I even think Red is the only trainer that makes use of Hidden Power in this game. Mew is the most surprising and versatile member on Red His team. It knows Earthquake, Ice Beam, Psychic and Soft Boiled. It can hit all types super effectively with these moves except for Water, Dark, Ghost, Bug and Psychic. I think the perfect counter here would be Scizor or Slowbro, but preferably Scizor because it can deal more damage. Mew may have a crazy move pool, but it doesn't have too much attack power. Normally my Skarmory would be able to take it down to half of its HP, but I get the freeze hacks like I usually do. If Mew had a little bit of damage dealt to it, then I could perfectly switch into Houndoom, tank the Ice Beam and take it out with one Crunch. It can luckily survive one Earthquake, but if that was a critical hit, then only Alakazam could have barely taken it out. Lapras is very tanky and quite irritating to take out. I have enough Pokemon to dispose of it, but I don't like the chance of hitting myself in confusion. I switch around with not so much luck until Machamp comes out and hits his Cross Chop to nearly one-shot the Lapras. I don't want to get hexed by the confusion on Machamp, so I switch into Alakazam and defeat the Lapras with Thunder Punch. Now the final Pokemon, Moltres, hits very hard with Fire Blast and even Double Edge, but surprisingly Alakazam can tank the Fire Blast with about 75% of its HP left and to hit KO the Moltres with Thunder Punch. My actual plan here was to use Hidden Power Rock with Machamp, but well, anyways, I managed to defeat Red without letting any Pokemon die, although even one critical hit would have ruined that. If you liked this type of video, be sure to let me know in the comments or by liking the video. I would also like to know if you ever defeated Red in this ROM hack and how you did it. If you want to see more videos like these or guides of other content in Pokemon ROM hacks, then it's only logical to hit that subscribe button. These kinds of videos take a while to record and to research, so I would appreciate any kind of support. Thank you for watching and until the next series. Goodbye.